Good morning. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. We are almost done with this week, okay? But we can't go through the week without umkos, okay? There's a lot of umkosi to go through. Listen, this one did something that I don't like, okay? Chomi did something that I don't like. We're going to talk about it. I promise is still getting trolled, okay? I don't know if it's ever going to end, okay? People don't want to see this woman in a happy marriage, okay? It might not be your ideal marriage, but she is in a happy marriage according to what she says, and people won't let her have a break online when she talks about her husband, honey. Okay. And I don't know how she's letting people talk about her husband because listen, I will kill. I will burn the internet down for my husband, okay? And then this one, we're going to talk about more of the lies that are being told in courts to try and get her off. There's an interview, Phat Joe, that is on show Max and follow. People are talking about it. It's trending. Why did I put two of why did I put two of Nandipa? Someone is missing here that is supposed to be on this thing, on this thumbnail here. I don't know why I put Nandipa twice because maybe the lies are too much. That's why I just ended up thinking about the lies, and then I put her twice. Anyway, you guys, let's do the countdown. Maybe some people are still not aware that we are already live, and then we are going to talk about this Mkosi over here. Good morning. Welcome to my channel. And on this channel, Kulumama reality TV shows, I'm a celebrities, Ganyanama YouTubers. If it is your first time joining me today and you really like my content, do not forget to press the subscribe button and the notification bell. And if you are on Facebook, you can follow the page. If you are on Twitter, you can follow me over there, you guys. When we are live in the morning or in the evening, we are live on all our platforms. So make sure that you follow us everywhere. Okay. So listen, I want to just see how you guys are seeing this one. Okay. Is it good quality or bad quality? But anyway, even if it's bad, I can't do much. I'm already live. Okay, it looks good. Anyway, you guys, I think I was supposed to put on something about Senzo Meyiwa here because I want to talk about that gun issue. I'm going to read a summary of what goes on in court. I'm not going to get too much into it. I'm just doing it for the people that are not watching the court case, you guys. I think recently, you guys, it depends if I have the energy to follow what's going on in court. Sometimes I just go into the publications that are talking about the case to find out what's happening there. So we're going to do that, you guys. So, you guys, listen, Promise is not getting a break, okay? Because she did. What she did cannot be undone, okay? It cannot be undone. She got an interview with Big Guy. It cannot be undone. That interview is on the internet forever and ever and ever. Even if she deletes it, we have it, okay, as a reference. Who has ever done a research at varsity? Yes. You know, whenever you read an article, you print it out, you file it because you're going to need when you're going to need it most when the referencing. Exactly. Okay. So what she did cannot be undone, and people cannot deal with it on the internet. They are coming for her, not only for her husband, honey. Okay, because they don't want her to say her husband is a good. I don't get it. It looks like people don't have good husbands out there. They don't believe that they're good husbands. And some guys are good husbands at home, okay? And they're good, they're also good fathers, okay? So allow this woman to, compliment her man if she feels like her man is a good man to her, but people are not having have that break. We're going to talk about that. So let me greet the family. Abigail Baloyi, good morning. Zandile, Mahlangu, Olega. And Louisa is here, my Yoliga Tata. Okay, thank you so much, you guys, for joining me. Precious Pearl is also here. So let me share this with you, you guys, before we talk about Musa Khawula, because Musa Khawula is putting in an application to go to prison, and he is making sure that he is ticking all of the boxes, okay, all of them, because he wants to make sure. I understand. Welcome, welcome. because he wants to make sure that when they send him to prison, they send him for a very long time. That's just his goal. I feel like that is his goal at this point, you guys. So this is a community post, I promise. Let me see if you see it. It's a community post, I promise. Makunyane, is it Makunyane? Her surname. A channel is called My Husband This, My Husband That, okay, here on YouTube. And so she had posted some, this is a screenshot of what went on Instagram. I was trying to find her on Instagram, but I couldn't because I wanted to see some of the other comments that came in on her post, you guys. Here she was just talking about how great of a father her husband is, okay. Sometimes as women, when we go through particular experiences with people, we can't accept that people are going through a different experience, okay. You might not have experienced a good father in your life, or you might not be seeing your friends and your family members experiencing good fathers in their lives. It doesn't mean that they don't exist, okay. And just because a person has a child here and there doesn't mean that they're not a good father to those kids. So I guess she was just posting something, my husband, okay. So this is what she put on her community post with regards to how people commented on this post. She says, comments from my Instagram story where I was appreciating my husband for being an amazing and present father. Family, I have a podcast with a millennial mom on my channel who I believe shared some valuable insights on her journey of being a baby mama. Please watch, okay. So here, I guess she was just saying that her husband is a good father, but then some troll came and said, but your husband's baby mama is singing a different tune. Yeah, but what does that have to do with promise? Baby mamas need to, and this is her answering, baby mamas need to understand that no amount of defaming a baby daddy, no amount of defaming baby daddy's character or saying half truths to strangers on the net will change what the actual truth is. Things will trend for a day or two, but it's business as usual. Stop sabotaging yourselves and your children. Okay. So I guess there's a side chick somewhere saying that he is not a good father, but she is saying that he is a good father, guys. If he is a good father to her kids, is she not allowed to even say that he is a good father? Okay. Listen, I do feel like all of the trolling that is going on right now still has something to do with the big interview that she did. They are obviously not going to give Promise a break. Okay. They're not going to give Promise a break. And here, this one, she had posted it because this one she posted 10 hours ago. This one she had posted it 18 hours ago. And I also feel like it has to do with the interview. She says, hi, family. Thank you so much for the live. While you catch up on my old podcast, please be informed that the next podcast episode drops next week at 6 on the 6th of September at 1 p.m. I will be hosting a proud side chick of a married man for the past 23 years to date. Okay, someone has been a side chick for 23 years. Thank you for messages, DMs, and comments. Our mission remains accomplished. I thought I should attach a message as well because it really validated my why. It's even greater because it comes from a huge into eshodayo la ukuthi abhale huge in capital letters, a huge YouTuber and podcaster. The shade. The shade on this line alone. Spring will sprang soon. Make sure you raise itanga girl, okay? And this is how she was looking cute in her dress. People were talking about her birthday dress. You guys, what's wrong with that birthday dress? Okay, I don't know, you guys. So here she had quoted a message that she got from Mukoko Skoteni. And the way I understand this post is that they were having a conversation about what has been going on with her after she posted the big guy interview. Gogo Skoteni gave good advice here to say, listen, you run a podcast, people are going to come and you're going to interview them, they're going to tell their truths, and never mind what people are saying, just focus on your channel, which is what Gogo Skoteni has done too, because it's not every interview that she has received positive feedback. She has received some negative feedback, but she keeps on just giving us these interviews, and they are good interviews, so it almost makes you forget about the last one that she did, okay, which was good advice. But the shade in this post is that when O was doing her video that she did on Promise, she had mentioned the conversation that had taken place between Promise and Gogo Skoteni. yes, Kokos Koteni. So I felt like she just wanted to say, I am friends with Kokos Koteni, the biggest YouTuber, bigger than you. These kids, okay. But I still feel like Kokos Koteni gave her good advice. Listen, just ignore the noise. You're doing well in your channel. Focus on your channel. Not everybody's gonna like what you do. Stop trying to convince people that you're doing a good thing. Okay. So I do kind of feel like Promise is like one of those people that finds it hard to ignore things that are being said about her online. Who else do we know that is like that? Exactly. So the twins are definitely still twinning, you guys. Uh, but basically, you guys, for me, I feel like Promise, if Promise is feeling like her husband is a good husband, she's allowed to brag about him and say, listen, my husband did this for me. What a good husband. If she feels like her husband is a good father to her kids, she's allowed to acknowledge that. I don't know why people are not allowing her to do that. Okay. She's not having the same experience as you. Allow her to do that. Okay. Let me just greet the people that have just come in. Penyo, thank you so much for coming. Nonhlanhla, we love you guys. We love having you here. Pulane, we love you guys being here. Okay. Now, you guys, I want to share this clip with you guys because Musa Khawula, I have to say, you guys, I haven't watched the full interview, but this is a clip that is going on online where yeah, I think she wants us to use the she, so we will use the she. Guys, listen, if I say he, it's not to insult anybody, okay? I just forget, okay? Palatina, it's not first language English. We were taught a man is a he, a woman is a she. So now, when we have to relearn. So Musa Khawula did an interview. It sort of looks like it's a chat between her and the ladies from This Body Works For Me. And he gets to talk about, he has a pending case. It's an M case, guys, a serious thing, because he did take somebody's life. I don't know if we still need to say allegedly, because even he himself, he is saying, yes, I did this, you guys. He has spoken about this before, and it always seemed like he doesn't even take it as seriously. You guys, somebody lost his life, somebody lost a son, somebody lost a father. I believe that he had a daughter or a son, and he had a girlfriend, and the way that he talks about it, you guys. But let me just show this clip to you so that you don't say that Untando is lying. So this is how she's spoke about what happened
The
the day
real last
the guy
time
died.
a nigga put their hands on me. No, not your fucking baby daddy. My nigga, when he put his hands on me, and then he died.
He died.
Thank God he died.
Do rituals.
Thank God he died.
No, he did.
No,
But when
because why would you
waziwa
put your hands on another person?
Ngabokagiso.
Oh,
how
not
did he
no,
die?
it wasn't Kakeso.
Hayi.
My
Thank God
nigga.
he died.
Oh.
Thank God he died one day. Because why
So
would
he
you
puts his
fucking
hands
hit
on me.
someone?
I want to know how.
No, I stabbed him on accident.
And you killed him.
Mm.
Let's go right now. I'm scared.
You
Period,
know, you
bitch.
ain't putting
I'm
your
here
hands
for
on
you.
me. Show me he did, and I cannot lie about that. I cannot, but I suppose I should apologize. But I am not sorry because he did. When he died, it was lit.
Why did you stab him?
Exactly.
Stomach hole.
I didn't know at the time. We can get to my shit. I didn't know at the time. But when the thing came back, I stabbed him. Okay, this is the heart. Right, left. Okay. Somewhere around here.
On the left side.
Bitch,
That's
you
the
went
heart.
inside her. Oh my god.
Yeah, I didn't know. But I could never apologize for that. Due to the trauma. Bitch, I did. And I'm not but I'm sorry, but I'm not.
Guys, so this is how he talks about that incident, you guys. Okay. He still maintains that it was an accident. So I don't know if an accident and self-defense is the same thing, because I thought that initially he had said that it was self-defense because he was in a situation where he was being attacked and he defended himself in that way. Whereas an accident is something different. Maybe you have a knife in your hand and somebody maybe falls, and I don't know, you guys. It just seems to me like an accident and self-defense will be two different things. Okay, so yes, you guys, it might be true that it was an accident, and it might be true that it was self-defense, but I still feel like if your intention was not to take his life, and but he did lose his life, shouldn't you be speaking about this in a more respectful way, and also when he says that he doesn't regret the fact that that happened, he doesn't regret it, because yes, you might say that, yes, I defended myself, but my intention was still not to kill him, So I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about the fact that the family did lose their family member because of what happened with me and him. Okay. So I don't know, you guys. I felt like it was so inappropriate for him to speak about this incident in this way, you guys. And also just the fact that his court is still on in court. I think he's supposed to make an appearance again in court. And the things that he says, you guys, might work against him, because what if they played this in court and say, listen, you admitted to do, because taking somebody's life, even if it's an accident, kusayicala ukuthi you took somebody's life. It's like if you get into a car accident and it was your fault, getting in an accident and somebody gets killed, and that you are responsible for that. So yeah, you guys, I was not impressed by it. I really was not impressed by it. The way that he talks about it is almost like akakhulumi ngomuntu. We know how Musa Khawula is like, but I was like, I wish that he could have been more respectful, talking about somebody who lost his life, and also just the fact that the family might even see the clip. I don't even know these ladies, you guys. I don't know if it's just them being blonde for them to not even realize in the beginning which incident he was talking about, because I don't think that there's a person on the internet that does not know that Musa Khawula did take somebody's life. And immediately when he started talking about it, the fact that they were saying, "Oh, I'm glad that he's dead," I'm like, "Hey, Bo, why would if they didn't know who he was talking about, how come they just immediately say they're glad that the guy is gone?" Okay. And then after that, even when he explains, I don't know, maybe he wasn't having a sit down with people that were really uh, in that moment using their brains. In that moment they were just saying whatever. I don't know, I just didn't understand them saying that they are glad that the guy is dead when they don't know the story. If they knew the story even more, why would you say that on I guess on the internet, to say now this clip is going around, it's definitely going to get to the family, where Musa Khawula is saying, "Yeah, I killed him," and then the others are like, "We glad that he's dead." I mean, really, guys, just imagine that. Okay. Anyway, the case is still going on. I don't know how he's going to get off with him talking about taking somebody's life so casually on the internet. I don't know if he's planning to get off, honestly. I don't think that this is good for him. And I won't feel sorry for him at all if he does end up in prison, because honestly, obviously, you are saying you don't regret it. So then go and be punished for it because you don't regret it. Because the best case scenario, when somebody takes somebody's life by mistake, you are hoping that they did not mean it, and that afterwards they do regret that incident happened. If they don't, then oh well, you will go to prison. That's a sort when you go to prison. Elena's Chronicles. I stand with Scotteni's advice. Hello, everybody. I think it's good advice to Elena. I think that she can just ignore them. They will go away eventually. They will go and focus on somebody else. My only got that. Musa Khawula is vile. He is so vile. This was just so unnecessary. Musa is toxic, and he is attracted to toxic people, because the interaction of this body works for me, ladies, is very toxic, even on the show. So he had a perfect company over there, and there wasn't even a single one of them. Maybe I will watch the full interview and see something different, and if I do, I will come back here and talk about it. But there was no one to say, "But Musa, you can't talk like that. Do you really mean what you're saying?" Anyway, you guys, let's move on. Okay, so you guys, Phat Joe did the show Unfollow. Okay, when I saw him, because I thought that this week they were going to do either Jub Jub or they were going to do who's the guy that is now dating a black woman. We're not going to call Tol Esmo anymore. We're just going to call him a guy who dates black women. Okay. So I thought that we were going to get the guy that dates black women, but Phat Joe was the one that was being interviewed, and I was trying to think, and I'm like, oh, Phat Joe and Unfollowed, because I thought the show was about celebrities that had at some point been unfollowed or cancelled on social media because of the things that they had said or done or whatever, you guys. Now I was like, I can't even remember what Phat Joe. I mean, because I think he has been able to work even on TV. That's why even when I was doing that video of Kelly Kumalo and Zani Kumalo, when people are talking about canceling them, I was like, I don't think that I understand what canceling a person means, because if you're still able to work and just live your normal life and post on social media, I mean, you're getting negative feedback here and there, but you are still just able to go on with your life. Is that we do we still say the person is what is being cancelled? Does it is being cancelled just getting negative comments online? Is that all that it is? Okay, if that is all, why is it a big deal? Say, let's cancel this person, let's cancel this person. So it was Phat Joe, you guys, and I guess I wasn't the only one that was confused about his presence online, because on Twitter people are asking, when did we cancel Phat Joe? When did we cancel Phat Joe? And I'm like, I also don't understand, when was Phat Joe cancelled? Is the Phat Joe show interesting, Tanto? We'll catch it tomorrow. Listen, let me say this. It is a very interesting back and forth with the presenting the guy back and forth. I think that Phat Joe was a very challenging interview for him, so they have a back and forth. In moments, I thought that they must have had a previous run-ins with them being on radio, like both of them being on radio. I think that Phat Joe had that thing, he is being interviewed by a kid. I think he referred to his age a number of times. So it has that challenging thing. It's uncomfortable. But I did feel like that interview was out of place. I did not feel like it should have been part of I didn't feel like Ofeto should have been part of the show. I mean, the whole episode, I'm just confused as to why we're doing Phat Joe on Unfollow. Okay. But if you like the banting, that banter between a presenter and, because they do challenge each other, and I felt like Utembekile held his own, especially with Phat Joe challenging him the way that he did. And there are people online that felt like he did not do a good job in that interview, because Phat Joe is a big personality and he couldn't challenge him as much. But I mean, maybe watch if you've got time, okay? If you've got other things to do that are more important, do those things. It's not one of those when I will say do not miss it. No, it's not. It's not one of those. Okay, so if you have time, maybe check it out. So this is what they're saying about Phat Joe and him being on Unfollow. Maybe other people will feel like he should have been on Unfollow. I was just confused about why he was there and why he was a part of the show. Anyway, you guys, so briefly summarizes what has gone on online as far as him being on Unfollowed. Phat Joe trends after dropping bombs on Showmax Unfollowed. Mzansi chimes in, but when was he cancelled? I guess this is a question that a lot of people have been asking when it comes to him. Phat Joe was the latest celebrity to be seated on the hot seat with the journalist Tembekile Mrototo on Unfollowed. The show makes a docu-series explores the world of celebrities who have lost a large following because of all the controversies around him. I don't even remember him losing a following. Okay, maybe I wasn't following the story. It is hosted by a journalist and seasoned interviewer Tembekile Mrototo, who is not one to shy away from asking all the hard questions. The clip from Kanya KP circulated on social media from the interview, and it was the moment Tebekile asked Phat Joe if he felt as though the backlash he faced was warranted, failing to recognize where he was of ever wrong in his career. Phat Joe said might have miscalculated some things, but he was never wrong. So Tebekile pressed Joe for an answer, and things go wrong. You can go, guys, and watch this clip if maybe you are somebody that does not have a show max. Okay, but I think the bottom line from Phat Joe's interview, I also got that too, that he says that all of the things that he would say when he used to be on radio, things that were controversial, he does not regret all of them. A lot of them were calculated steps to get to sort of start certain conversations, so he does not regret any of it. To jog the memories of people who might have forgotten, Phat Joe has a legacy of either getting suspended or fired from radio stations because of his unfiltered tongue. And also, he does clarify to say that a lot of people think that he was fired from a lot of radio stations, but a lot of the times it will be just the fact that his contracts will be ending, and then they would go their separate way with the radio stations. But he does admit, I think, that he was fired from, I think he said, was it Nago Sankot? Okay, I'll remember right now. But he said that from East Coast, he wasn't fired. I think they wanted him to move to Durban, but he couldn't, so he didn't. They didn't renew his contract. Okay, at some point in his career, Phat Joe got his former radio station, East Coast Radio, fined 30,000 because he alluded to tattooing a baby. Okay, apparently there was a story where they had announced that they want to tattoo Phat Joe's name on a baby, but he says that story was not. It's not that the story was not true. They were going to fake it. They were going to fake tattoo a baby, but people started thinking that it was going to be a real thing. So people would protest and they will send complaints. So they ended up canceling the whole thing. But it was never their plan to tattoo the baby. Joe first got suspended from Metro FM and to eventually get fired from Kaya. Yes, did you say yes, Kaya? Because of unsavory comments about Caster Semenya. Okay, there were comments that he had made about, even that, you guys, the comments that he made about Caster Semenya, he says he doesn't regret any of them. He told Tembegile that he meant no harm on how Caster Semenya's saga played out, but he had to get both sides of the story as his loyalty is to the listeners, not the subjects he discusses. Okay. And then one follower said, "Hi, we need another host. That one could not hang with Phat Joe. He wanted to attack Phat Joe, but he lost." Okay, so I guess that's another person that did not feel like Tembekile did a good job. When did Phat Joe get cancelled for what? Is he what? He is one of my favorites. Even if he comes back to our screens, I can still watch him. He served very well in the entertainment industry. I didn't even know Phat Joe was cancelled, but I can tell why. Okay, I guess a lot of people do know that a lot of the things that about a lot of the things that Phat Joe would say that were controversial on radio. Losers rallying behind a problematic public figure because they represent all the things they wish they were. Adults who are fully developed frontal cortex is incapable of sound judgment and reasoning because Phat Joe is charming and speaks good English. Yes, this one is coming for people that are supporting Phat Joe. You can tell that Phat Joe is the most difficult person to debate with. He was, you guys. He wasn't an easy interview for Tembegile. Tembegile is a great host for the show, and he didn't allow Phat Joe to look down at him. He had the right questions. I do think that Tembegile did hold his own, you guys. Phat Joe is just being Phat Joe. I like the comparison of his entertainment and Hollywood. It's about power. Cancel the individuals as if you are doing justice to society, while vast amount of damage is being done by big corporates. Whose life did he destroy? Okay, so that was it, you guys. I still don't know why they chose for him to come, but yes, you guys, I guess some people might enjoy the interview. Some people might think that it wasn't a good idea to have him there, but nonetheless, he is there, you guys. So now, let me see this. What did Phat Joe do for him to think he got So I guess Showmax thinks he got cancelled because Phat Joe, Showmax is the one that invited him. Thanks for the feedback. Hey, we'll get snippets from you. And then Phat Joe cancelled himself. Did he? Phat Joe has a chip on his shoulder, and that's what lands him in trouble most of the time. He was cancelled at some point because of his comments on radio broadcaster Semenya. They do get into that, you guys. He still doesn't regret any of it, okay? He is very cold and insensitive. Even his guests were off a line, okay? So, yeah, that is what is going on with Phat Joe, you guys. So let's just go through this Nandipa story, you guys, just to talk about, because listen, yesterday we did talk about her acts in court, okay? Because she is being hired to be Brooks on the Bold and the Beautiful there by the court. So she's acting like she is so sad, okay? She is so sad. So listen, but they're not going to make it easy for Nandipa to get off, because a lot of the things that now she's claiming in court, they're saying it's all lies. But let me just go through this story. That is a summary of what they are of how they are opposing her bail in court, saying that a lot of the things that she's claiming are lies. Nandipha Lies exposes a story by Joseph Mukwaledi for Daily Sun. Dr. Nandipha Makudumana's bail application did not go as she hoped. The national, I honestly thought that they were going to make a decision yesterday, and I was like, but I guess the judge has to go look at the arguments of both parties before she is able to make a decision. So this is not going to be like, a decision is not going to be made now, okay? Sometimes I feel like I want court to be like a one day occasion because they just keep postponing, okay? So they're going back to court, I think, on Monday. The National Prosecuting Authority presented overwhelming charges against her during her bail hearing in the Bloemfontein Magistrate Court on Tuesday, the 29th of August. The state prosecutor, Advocate Silo Mahloko, through the investigating officer's affidavit, stated that Makotomana was the mastermind in the Thabo Bester dramatic escape from Mangaung Correctional Center under questionable guards of British security company G4S. Listen, you guys, there are people online that keep saying, oh, Shem, she deserves to go and see her kids. And I'm like, guys, those kids are probably better off without Nandipa, because remember, Nandipa helped a serial RPist to escape from prison and took that person and moved to a house with her kids. Someone that is convicted of R, you move them in with your kids, okay? So those kids are probably better off without her. So I don't understand people that are saying those kids just miss their mother needs to be with them, the mother that put them in danger, okay? I don't understand that. The state prosecutor Advocate Silo Matloko, through the investigating officer's affidavit, stated Makudumana, okay, was the mastermind. The investigation revealed a series of disturbing events. The first body of an unknown old man who is believed to be a victim of a hit and run, and his body was discovered floating in the Copado River outside Bloemfontein. Listen, you guys, this man was a victim of a hit and run, okay, which possibly, you guys, do you not think that it's even possible that the hit and run was by Nandipa? Okay, Dr. Makuduman allegedly fraudulently claimed the body or as her father's. Okay, the second body was that of Katleho Bereng, who was reported missing by his family. Guys, this is if you are starting to feel sorry for Nandipa with her crying in court. Makudumana also fraudulently claimed his body with false information and said it was of her husband, Bester. Okay, this woman has been doing a lot. During the process of investigations, police discovered rotten meat in the coffin with nobody inside. Now, guys, imagine, okay, they almost buried the meat instead of the body. Makudumanas arranged postmortem in Gauteng, where a report revealed that the cause of death was blunt trauma. The corpse denied Makudumana the body, but she took the matter to High Court he even took the matter into high court. Okay, now you are caught because someone out there can see that you're trying to do something shady, but she went to high court because she really wanted them to allow her to take the body. Okay, because she did not want the family Kakatlego Bereng to ever find the body. She produced fraudulent documents claiming that she was in a customary marriage with Bester. Prosecutor Matloko, the kidnapper, don't forget, okay, she lied and said she was married to the kidnapper. The kidnapper, then now she's saying that she was very scared of. Okay. Prosecutor Matlogo exposed Makutumana's dishonesty with his submissions. In her affidavit, she explained that she is qualified medical doctor who worked under the Department of Health, earning 50,000 rands a month. She had been suspended until she was apprehended. She lied to the police about her wealth. Guys, listen, I know that sometimes uthando lwemali can make you do crazy things, but this was not a woman that could not make money on her own. She could have made money on her own. I think that is not even love of money. I think it's just greed at this point, okay, that made her do all of these things. According to a doctor's network, Lekes Makutumana is no longer registered as a medical doctor and is in good standing. Matloko rubbished Makutumana's statement that she had been forced by her boyfriend to escape the country. The applicant fetched Bester from KZN. Her passport was used 20 times traveling to other countries. When she was arrested, she was found in possession of someone's passport. She has criminal cases of fraud of 15 million, 500,000, 112 million, and 900,000. And she also has to prosecute in civil claims, he said. Okay, so this is what is happening with Dr. Nandipa. I thought that I would read this, you guys, because I think that people are forgetting what this woman got up to, trying to help a prisoner, a person that had escaped from prison. So if you're starting to feel sorry for her, this is not somebody to feel sorry for. Those kids are probably at a better place there by the family. If they're with the father, just keep them there, because this person actually put their lives in danger when she actually moved in with the prison escapee with her kids. The person that had assaulted people like that, she moved that person in with her kids. Okay, are you still feeling sorry for her? Because I definitely am not. Okay, those tears that she was crying, I was like, I wonder if one of those tears is for Katlego Bereng. Is there a tear there that she would say, this one, just this one, is for what we did to Katlego Bereng? So I'm not feeling sorry for Nandipa, and I'm hoping against all odds that she doesn't get bail. But I'm also managing my expectations because I know this is South Africa. She might just get bail. Okay. They should bring Thabo Bester to sit next to Nandipa during bail hearing. I want to see something. Me too. I want to see the tears. I want to see if the tears are going to still be there. Nandipa is evil. Her kids are better off without her. I'm tired of her antics. I feel the same. I really feel the same. I just feel like the kids are better off without her. Listen, you guys, I was going to go through what's happening with Senzo Meyiwa's case too, but I think I will just cut it here, and maybe in the next live, then we'll talk about it, because there is this gun issue that is now coming up in court, where they are saying that the bullet that was recovered from Senzo Meyiwa's murder scene was fired from the gun confiscated from one of the accused. And you remember accused number 3, okay? You remember accused number 3. I knew that there was a reason why they were going through all of that in court. When they were talking about that gun that was found on top of the wardrobe and all of that. And then now they're talking about the fact that, one of the bullets were fired from that gun. But anyway, you guys, I think on my next stream, the gossip stream, and then I will add that story there, because I think we've done enough. I have to start work a little bit early. So, yes, so guys, that's what is going on in South Africa, okay? Partly because there's a lot going on. So, you guys, listen, let me acknowledge the people in the comment section, and then we can close this live. Anyway, if you're watching from Facebook, we acknowledge you too, okay? If you are watching from Instagram, there's Mandla Maseko there by Facebook. If you're watching from Twitter, we acknowledge you as well. I always forget to set up Instagram, okay? Because I thought I'd just set up a phone here on the side so we can do, but you know, we'll get there. Abigail Baloyi was here. Zandile Mahlang was here. Olega, did you say Mahwanqana? Mahwanqane, yes. You said I think that's what you said your name is pronounced. The surname. Louisa Ramonyai was with us. Mayoli Katad is with us. The member in the membership, because we do have a membership on this channel, okay? It is like 35 rand, I think. It's a very small amount, okay? You won't even feel it. You won't even get an SMS. It's that low, okay? If you want to join our membership every month to donate to the channel. Precious Pearl was here. I understand was here. Molweni. Penyo, Rasesia, BW was here. Liswa Entertainment was here. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining me. Nonhlanhla Mpele, Pulane Rakwane was here. Elena's Chronicles was here. And Tabi for sure was here. Yeah. Am I not missing anybody? I think I said Liswa Penyo. I did say Penyo. Yes, you guys. Thank you so much, you guys, for coming here. Let me see here. Okay, I think I read this one. Yeah. So thank you so much, you guys, for coming on here. We are going to meet later on today to talk about more Mkosi. Okay. Don't forget to like the stream, you guys. And if you are in a Wi-Fi free zone, do not forget to let the stream run again so that we can make some money on the adverts. And also, you guys, you can share the video with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Ngenithanda kakhulu.